Hi, my name is Siphe Sikhumba. I'm a Work for a Living graduate. I started at Work for a Living at Nwanguba last year, January 2024. My life before Work for a Living, it was very hard for me because I had dropped out of school because I didn't have financial support. Soon after that, my father was shot and killed. And I remember that I found out that the person who killed him was around me. And it was hard for me because I would see the person every day. I was very angry and I was angry. I couldn't look at him. So I remember that I stayed for 2 years not doing anything at all. I was very unmotivated. I was not disciplined at all as a person. And I remember I had so much anger. I was angry at the world and I was depressed, I would say that. I remember I started selling cigarettes to survive. But I realized that I was not making money because I didn't know much about managing money. So I remember I heard about Work for a Living. When I heard about Work for a Living, I was interested because I was told about skills. So I was like, I need to have something since I dropped out. So I attended the class, and in the class, I learned more about forgiveness and healing. I felt like those topics kind of came at the right time for me because I needed to heal first before I could forgive the person that killed my father. So as I was attending, I started discovering things about myself, things that I had forgotten about, things like my mom took us from our home and got married and went with us to marry the man, and our home was destroyed. As we were growing up, we don't have a home. So that kind of made me angry. And I didn't know that I was mad at her until I started discovering myself as I was attending the class. And I remember that during Gospel Day, I accepted Jesus in my life. I got saved. I was starting to forgive everything that had happened to me. I remember after I finished the class, I started attending DBS. And I remember as I was attending DBS, I was volunteering also. And I remember that I started feeling like selling cigarettes was not right as I was discovering myself in Christ. I remember I stopped selling cigarettes because I felt like it was not right for me. A month later, as I was volunteering, I got a job from the place that I was volunteering at. I started working. My life had changed. I had a vision. I was motivated again to start over my life. I remember that I started enrolling in school. I'm studying again. I'm also starting a business on the side as I'm working. So my life has completely changed. And I thank the Work for a Living for that. I'm saved and I go to church every Sunday, and I'm still attending DPS, and I feel like I'm growing every day as a person. Thank you so much, Work for a Living. And for more info about Work for a Living, go to info@workforaliving.org.